From the Detroit Free Press, it's Thursday, September 12th. Here's what's happening today.
This is J.C. Reindl for the Detroit Free Press. The family that owns the Grand Hotel on Mackinac Island says it wasn't actively trying to sell. The Musser family says that wannabe buyers came to them, not the other way around. The family announced this week it plans to sell its famous 397-room hotel to a private equity company called KSL Capital Partners. Dan Musser III will remain chairman of the hotel for at least 3 years if and when the deal closes. He says there are no plans to change the hotel's operations, staffing, or decor, and guests should not notice anything different. Neither party is saying how much the hotel sold for.
I'm Susan Tompor, and I write a column about money at the Detroit Free Press. Today, I'm warning savers to watch out for another rate cut by the Federal Reserve on September 18. We're not talking about a huge cut, just a quarter point. And yes, lower rates will give you a break on your credit cards and other loans. Yet, what do you do if you're a saver? Here's one strategy. Look out for online savings accounts that are offering higher rates to lure you over. Hey, you might make $200 in interest instead of the $10 you'd get at a regular bank. That's assuming 2% on $10,000 in savings over a year. Names include Marcus by Goldman Sachs, Citibank, and Ally Bank. Remember, rates are going down, not up, and it's going to hurt savers, so shop around.
Get ready for the Detroit Free Press TCF Bank Marathon with our Behind the Start and Finish podcast, powered by iHeartRadio. Find out what's new this year, get expert advice, and get ready for the biggest international race in North America. To listen, go to freepmarathon.com/podcast.
This is Detroit Free Press auto critic Mark Phelan. Nearly 20 years after Toyota changed the auto industry with the Prius hybrid, the automaker finally gets around to building a hybrid Corolla, and the results are excellent. I got better than 57 miles a gallon in a recent day's drive that included highways and stop-and-go city streets. It's enough to make you wonder why anybody builds a car that isn't a hybrid these days. The Corolla I tested stickered at about $24,000, putting it squarely in competition with non-hybrids like the Nissan Sentra, Hyundai Elantra, and Honda Civic. The EPA estimates the average driver will pay about $750 a year for gas with a Corolla hybrid, hundreds less than the competition. The Corolla hybrid I tested had plenty of advanced safety systems, including adaptive cruise control. The Corolla hybrid isn't sporty, but what do you expect from a Corolla? It's got plenty of power for everyday driving around town and on the highway.
I'm John Carlisle for the Detroit Free Press. Bill Walton owns and runs Walton's Plants, a little flower shop on the corner of Woodlawn and McClellan, deep inside an East Side Detroit neighborhood. But so far, it's been a struggle to get his business off the ground. He's far from the traffic and visibility of the main roads. Many of the houses in his neighborhood are gone, and with them a lot of potential customers. And in an area where many of the remaining homes are in dire need of fundamental repairs, gardening is often an afterthought. But Walton perseveres because he's convinced that no matter how rough an area has become, flowers can make any place look better. To read his story, go to freep.com.
I'm Kirkland Crawford with the Free Press Sports Department. Just like in life, sports is about how you respond to adversity. And Detroit Lions coach Matt Patricia is just as interested as Lions fans in seeing how his team bounces back from the bitterly disappointing tie to open the season in Arizona. Patricia said on Wednesday that he believes his team is in a good mental space as they get ready for the home opener against the Chargers. But the coach admitted there will be no real way of knowing if his team is still shook up until they hit the field this Sunday. This may help, though. Starting linebacker Jarrett Davis, who did not play on Sunday with an ankle injury, is back to practicing. We'll see if he is ready at 1 o'clock this Sunday at Ford Field.
For more stories from the Detroit Free Press, be sure to check out freep.com. That's FREEP.com. And sign up for the Daily Briefing newsletter. See you tomorrow.